Right, welcome back to the channel. I'd like to first apologize for how long this video took to edit. This was recorded the day before the tournament started, so that's why we went into this blind. I was meant to have it out the next day. School got in the way of this. But what does happen is that now you guys can see that I am clearly a prediction god and that I knew everything going into this. So I'd like to thank Gad again for coming on, and let's get on with the episode.
William
Corner with
William Evans
and
Caleb Dupe.
brought to you by
Zoom University. Pretty shit, overpriced, not dressed.
Dress.
Right, welcome back to William's Corner. I'm joined by another stinking Habs fan. I don't understand why this always happens. My co-host is writing a test right now, so Caleb won't be here, which means I'm rocking the solo, which is probably good because we are joined by Nathaniel Gatt. Nathan, please introduce yourself. How are you today?
Pretty good. Thanks for having me.
Yeah, of
Excited.
course. Let's go through this bracket because you've been trying to get me on here. You haven't made a Duke joke yet, which I'm very proud of. I'm very thankful for. We didn't make the tournament for the first time since 1997, so I don't have a winner because I obviously picked them to win every single year. So I actually have to go through it. So let's start at the top with Gonzaga versus whoever that is, whoever's going to win that game to get in.
That's there you go.
It's a 1 seed against a 16 seed.
Yeah.
Pretty simple. Let's run through this quickly. Oklahoma, Missouri. Who are you taking?
I have the Tigers. I have Missouri winning that one.
Okay.
Good game. I like the 9 seed though.
I'm going to be honest. I have a very snake-bitten history with Oklahoma. I picked them to win their first round matchup when they had Trae Young on their team. Just because of that, I'm picking Missouri because they've let me down before. Creighton versus UCSB.
That should be a dandy.
Is it?
I really like Santa Barbara though at 12 seed, but I'm gonna take Creighton even though they just got blown out in the Big East tournament. I'm gonna take Creighton.
They're always in the B tournament too, right? They're always like dominating the B tournament as well.
Yeah,
So-
they just got blown out in their conference tournament by like 25 to down.
I'll take them as well personally, but
Yeah.
Virginia versus Ohio. I know firsthand how good Virginia has been. They have absolutely shellacked us this year, so I think I have to go with Virginia here.
And
Unfortunately,
that's why I'm taking number 13 Ohio.
Oh wow. Okay.
They have one big guy. I can't remember what's Jason Preston. He's like a walking triple double, they say. So give me the 13 upset.
Okay. I mean, listen, you haven't had to watch Duke play them like 8 times this year and watch them get shellacked every time. So, USC versus either Wichita or Drake. USC has also been very good this year.
Yeah,
I think
they got MLB.
I think they also played us a couple times and beat us. So,
Yeah,
uh,
I got
Kansas versus East Washington.
Kansas.
Really? Okay.
Uh,
Kansas is always one of those teams where I'm like, I feel like they are going to get upset because I feel like they always are like underachievers in this tournament. When was the last time they ever won one? Like they had Joel Embiid and Andrew Wiggins one
Yeah.
year in the same year, and they still didn't win. Anyway, it's quite disappointing. Oregon versus VCU. I have some bias here because if you didn't know, I made a video way back about Peyton Pritchard when we drafted him. Oregon fans kind of hate me now, so I feel like just to kiss up to them because I think I got like 50-something hate comments on 3 separate videos about how much I underrate Oregon basketball. Just to appease them, I'm going to pick Oregon.
I got Oregon too. Should be a good game. DCU's got good defense, but
Yeah.
I like Oregon.
I obviously have different reasons for picking different teams, mostly
Yeah.
because my YouTube comment section is a cesspool sometimes, so, Iowa versus Grand Canyon.
Much as I want to take Grand Canyon, you got to be realistic and take Iowa.
Listen, well, Loyola Chicago made it to the Final Four one year. Listen,
True.
this tournament is crazy. This
The
tournament
last name's the Antelopes, I think. So like, such a legendary name, but I'm taking the Hawkeyes.
All right, perfect. Michigan versus another write-in.
Yeah.
I'm listen. I cheer for 3 college teams, and they're all for different reasons. Ole Miss, Michigan, and Duke. And since Ole Miss and Duke missed this tournament, I'm kind of cheering for Michigan. So
Yeah.
I have to pick that.
Yeah, you can't. Only one time in history has a 16 seed won too. So
Yeah, but I was
Michigan.
like, what, last year or 2 years ago?
Yeah, 2018 UMBC.
Something like that. That's crazy. LSU versus St. Bonaventure. That
LSU played great in their tournament. I'll take LSU.
that's yeah, same. I think LSU is an underrated basketball program as
Yeah.
well. Colorado versus Georgetown. I think this is gonna be my first upset. I really like Georgetown. I think Georgetown is a very good program.
I wouldn't be shocked to see this. I'm gonna stick with Colorado. They shoot it good from three. Maybe, probably enough to get past Georgetown, but it definitely could see the 12.
Yeah, you know what the problem is? Is you seem to know way too much about this tournament, and I've always heard the myth that like when you know too much about this tournament, that's when you
You go-
fail.
Yeah.
That's when you screw up. So because I've only watched Duke games, and since we're not even in the tournament this year, I'm going in blind.
Yeah.
So and I wasn't even planning on covering March Madness until you texted me. So
Yeah.
you know, kind of going this Florida State versus UNC in Greensboro. Again, I've seen us being shellacked by Florida State. So just because the ACC, I'm basically gonna have bias towards ACC teams that shellacked Duke this year because I want to feel better about myself. So
Yep. Florida State for me too. Yeah.
okay, that's good. BYU versus MSU or UCLA. BYU looked good this year. I'm not gonna lie.
They doubled Gonzaga, yeah.
Yeah, they look good this year. So I'm going to take BYU. I know I don't have any upsets, but
Assuming Michigan State wins, I have Michigan State winning that.
really.
If UCLA wins that playing game tonight, then I'm switching it tomorrow morning to BYU.
Texas versus Abil Christian.
Texas.
Yeah, okay, fine. Yeah, sure. UConn versus Maryland. I like Maryland, not going to lie. UConn, they're normally good, but they're going to win the women's game again, but I'm going to take Maryland.
I'm going UConn. Should be a great game.
Yeah. I love these 10-7s and these 8-9 games. They're so fun.
Yeah, yep.
They're the best. Alabama versus Iona.
I will not
Alabama.
be picking Iona.
Sorry?
I will not be picking Iona. Alabama. Crimson Tide.
See, they can dominate on both the football field and on the
Yep.
on the courts. This is unfair, man. Baylor versus Hartford. Just for content, I'm taking Hartford because I want to piss Baylor fans off now.
No way.
No, I'm kidding. I'm kidding. I don't need any more hate in my comment section. I already brought a Habs fan on here, okay? Come
The
on.
line's like 25 towards Baylor. 25-point favorite.
Listen. Hartford, you know, I'm going to say it's going to be within 10. Let's say that.
Okay. I'll take Baylor, though, easily.
UNC versus Wisconsin. Again, ACC bias. I'm taking
Yeah,
North
Wisconsin,
Carolina.
they've just been so inconsistent this year. I'll take North Carolina.
And they
Yeah.
also shellacked us. So, like, this is my only thing, is I've only really watched ACC teams play, so I'm, like, obviously going to have bias towards them.
Yep.
Nova versus Winthrop.
Winthrop.
Really?
I know. Braden had Winthrop going to the finals. Which is a little crazy, I think.
I
Sorry.
think you need to find new friends. No, I'm kidding.
I got Winthrop. Nova, they just lost one of their big guys. He tore his MCL a couple of weeks ago, so
Nova have won recently. I take winning culture over anything. That's basically so I'm gonna take Nova, but I feel like when you have a good long history, it helps you get through these early stages. So that's why you see like good teams with like great players like Oklahoma with Trae Young a couple of years ago struggles because they don't have that winning culture in college basketball. So Purdue versus North Texas. Here's my first upset, or first big upset. I'm taking North Texas. I've not been impressed by Purdue that much this season. So
they're always in it. They always just seem to like do good in the tournament. So I'll take Purdue here.
yeah, they seem to, but then at the same time, I'm like, you know, they're not a team that you ever expect to go to the end, and every year someone's going to go out early. So I'm going to say
Big upset. So I like it.
yeah, Texas Tech versus Utah State. Let me be honest, I don't know much about Utah State, so I'm going to take Texas Tech. But
Yeah, I'm with you there.
Arkansas versus Colgate.
The toothpaste company. This game is going to be really close. I've been back and forth with it.
Really?
I'm gonna lock in Arkansas, but I'm not gonna be surprised, and I'll be a little upset if Colgate wins, because I was this close to picking them.
Really? You know what? Listen. I just brushed my teeth before we got on this recording.
With
I
Colgate.
use Crest, but I'll
Oh.
take Colgate.
Yeah.
Florida versus Virginia Tech. Again, I'm sorry. ACC bias. I'm taking Virginia Tech.
I am too.
Yeah.
They haven't even stood out to me this year.
Let's stick to football. Ohio State versus Oral Roberts.
Buckeyes.
Yeah, well, the Buckeyes are so weird in basketball because they're always like every few years they're so good, but then like
Yep.
they're kind of mediocre for like the next 5 or something. I don't know.
Yep.
I mean, I guess I can't talk since I'm a Duke fan and we suck this year, so you know. Illinois versus Drexel, just next.
As much as I want to pick the Dragons, they're gonna lose by 25. Illinois.
Okay. Loyola Chicago versus Georgia Tech. Now, is that old lady still alive? That's my only question.
Yeah, she's gonna be at the tournament.
Yeah, okay. That's shooting. They're making the Final Four. That's what's happening.
You
No.
gotta take Loyola. Yep, I'm with them. Can't go against them.
Okay. Tennessee versus Oregon State.
What's her name? Sister Jean. That's
Yeah.
who it is.
So she's still kicking. That means Loyola's making the Final Four. That's what happens.
She's gonna be at the tournament. They're having her
Oh God.
go to the games. Yeah.
With COVID, great. Tennessee, Oregon State. What's your thoughts?
I hate Tennessee. Honestly, I picked them to win like a couple games this year. They just got blown out. Unfortunately, I'll pick them to win this game, but
I'm taking Oregon State. I feel like
Yeah.
they're a scrappy team. I feel like they could get something done. I hate
I will not.
I hate inconsistent teams,
Yeah,
and
that's Tennessee.
that is Tennessee. So
That is the definition of volunteers basketball.
okay, Oklahoma State versus Liberty. I like
Cade
Liberty.
Cunningham.
I like Liberty. I'm not gonna lie. I've seen them play like once or twice. They're scrappy. I like scrappy. I'm going Liberty.
I'm going Cade Cunningham, Oklahoma State.
Listen, he may be the best player in the draft, but sometimes that doesn't always make you
It's true.
go far in this tournament.
Yep.
I know from personal experience with a certain guy named Zion Williamson and R.J. Barrett and Cam Reddish. So we got Cuse and San Diego State. Cuse have destroyed us this year. I'm taking Cuse.
I'm also taking Syracuse.
They also have another winning culture. I like winning cultures,
Yeah.
so no, it's easy. West Virginia versus Morehead State. Again, West
Take
Virginia.
me home, country
Yeah,
roads.
exactly. Thank you.
West
You
Virginia.
understand it. Clemson versus Rutgers. Now, I hate Clemson so much, like with a passion, just because they've ruined college football. Like, not even that Alabama ruined college football, but Clemson did. And just to say, screw you, I'm taking Rutgers.
I'm also taking the Rutgers.
Okay, there you go. Good New Jersey
Actually-
boys. So there you go.
Yeah.
Houston, Cleveland State. Houston.
This is not even going to be close.
All right, let's get back up to the top.
Yep.
We have Gonzaga versus Missouri. I don't want to call upset here, so I'm going to say Gonzaga, but I feel like there's going to be a point where I think Gonzaga is going to falter, if I'm honest. I don't think they're winning this tournament, but
I got Gonzaga too.
Virginia versus Creighton. Again,
I have Creighton versus Ohio. I got Creighton going.
I got Virginia going.
Okay.
So I'm going to take Virginia, ACC bias, but USC versus Kansas. That's what my matchup is. I don't know what yours is.
Same. Yep.
Who I'm going to take USC. I don't like Kansas that much.
I'm going to take Kansas here. Definitely could see USC though.
Yeah, okay. Oregon versus Iowa. I don't know how much appeasement I have to do. Like, do you think they're going to come at me in the comments for saying they're going out in the second round or what?
No, Luka Garza is could be player of the year. And he's
Okay.
on Iowa, so
I'm going to go
I got
Iowa. I'm
Yeah.
going to go Iowa. Michigan, LSU. Taking Michigan.
I got the Wolverines too.
Georgetown versus Florida State. I'm taking Florida State.
I have Colorado versus Florida State. I got Florida State as well.
Okay, so there we go. BYU versus Texas is on mine.
I got the playing game versus Texas.
Oh wow.
I'm
Okay.
taking the Longhorns.
I'm gonna take BYU just to be fun. Let's be fun.
Okay.
Come on, let's be fun. Maryland versus Alabama is what I got. I think you picked UConn, right?
I got UConn, Alabama.
I'm taking Bama.
And I got UConn.
Oh God.
Major upset rolling in the Sweet 16. The
Okay.
Huskies.
All right. All right. I see you. I see you, friend. Baylor versus North Carolina is what I have. Baylor. I'm sorry. UNC is going through.
Okay.
Winning culture. ACC.
I like Baylor, but I got Baylor moving on. But I could see that. I could see the
ACC winning culture, strong program. That's all you need from me. Nova versus North Texas is what I have. I think you have Nova versus Purdue.
I have Winthrop.
Oh, Winthrop. Okay, well,
Complete opposites here.
I'm saying North Texas is going to be my surprise, so I'm going to say they're going through.
And I got Purdue. Beat them in the first round and beating Winthrop.
Okay,
So we're complete opposites there.
perfect. Texas Tech versus Colgate. Texas Tech. Sorry.
I have Texas Tech versus Arkansas. I also have Texas Tech.
There you go. Yeah, I think they're a good program. I think they're a very underrated program. Ohio State versus Virginia Tech.
Yeah, I have that as well.
I think
I
I'm
got the
gonna,
Buckeyes.
I'm gonna take Virginia Tech because ACC bias.
The tendency.
Okay, now this is where I feel like this is going to be a problem because I think you're looking at this next matchup and you know who I picked in the first round. So, because I want to be fun, okay, I want them to do it again, but I can't. I'm sorry, Illinois goes
Yeah,
through.
I've got Illinois as well.
I need to be fun, but at the same time be realistic. And,
Yeah.
like it's a fine line to walk. I have Liberty versus Oregon State next.
Okay, I got opposite Tennessee, Oklahoma State.
I'm gonna take Oregon State.
I got Oklahoma State. Tennessee goes bye-bye second round.
I had double upsets there. Jeez.
Yeah.
You just realize as I'm going through this raw, I'm like, God, what have I done? What have I done? Everyone's gonna think I'm a moron. What have I done? Syracuse versus West Virginia. Taking West Virginia.
Take me home country roads, Mountaineers, Sweet 16.
Houston versus Rutgers. I think Houston.
Yeah, I also think Houston.
All right, we're into the Sweet 16. We're almost through this. I have Gonzaga versus Virginia.
I got them versus Creighton.
I'm taking Virginia.
Oh,
I have
wow.
seen them this season. I trust teams that I've seen more than other teams. I have watched a lot of Virginia basketball this season.
I had them going out the first round.
I know, but I've watched a lot of them, and I'm like, you know what? It's tough when I've seen them shellac my team.
I got Gonzaga, Elite
Okay.
8 bound.
USC versus Iowa.
I have Kansas versus Iowa.
I'm taking Iowa.
I'll take the Hawkeyes as well, yep.
I have Michigan versus Florida State. I'm taking Michigan.
And I'm taking the Seminoles.
Okay. I like it. I like it. I like it.
Down goes the 1 seed.
BYU versus Alabama.
Okay, I have Texas versus UConn.
Taking Bama.
I'm going Longhorns. There goes UConn to run.
I have UNC North Texas at this point.
I have Baylor Purdue.
I'm going UNC. I'm too scared.
I'm going Purdue. Bye-bye, Baylor.
There you go. I mean, didn't Purdue knock out our team when we had that big three a couple of years ago? Weren't they the ones that knocked us out?
Yeah, I think it was. Yeah.
Yeah. So, I can't like them now. Anyway, Texas Tech versus Virginia Tech. I'm gonna take Texas Tech. I like them a lot.
And I got Ohio State advancing over Texas Tech.
Okay, I like it. Illinois versus Oregon State. Illinois.
I got Illinois beating Oklahoma State and Cade Cunningham.
Yeah. Well, that's the issue. Is it's so tough when you're like a top prospect and you go to like a not so power school, right? I feel bad that a lot of top prospects never win this tournament, but I guess they only have one shot. I have West Virginia, Houston.
Same.
I'm trusting West Virginia.
Yeah, I do too. West Virginia, okay.
All right, we're into the Elite Eight. I have Virginia, Iowa at this point.
I got Zag.
I'm gonna take Iowa just because I think
Yeah,
the road's got to stop eventually.
I got Gonzaga to the Final Four out of the West region.
In the East, I got Michigan beating Alabama.
Okay. I got Florida State knocking off Texas, winning
Okay.
the East region.
All right. I like it. In the South, I have North Carolina versus Texas Tech.
Oh, 8-6.
I'm going to take Texas Tech.
Okay. I got Ohio State knocking off Purdue.
And now I have Illinois versus West Virginia. And I'm taking West Virginia.
I gotta take Illinois. The road stuff's there.
So my final four is a 2, a 1, a 6, and a 3.
Okay. I
So-
got a 1-2, 1-4, and 2 and a 1.
All right. So you're probably more realistic than I am, but that's fun. Content. Am I right?
Yeah.
I think the big thing now is we have Michigan, Iowa. I'm taking Michigan. I think Michigan is my team to win this entire thing.
Okay. I got the Zags knocking off Florida State.
And then my next one is Texas Tech versus West Virginia. To the final, West Virginia.
Okay. I got the Fighting Illini over the Buckeyes.
So your final is what?
Gonzaga and Illinois. 2-1s.
Okay. And then Gonzaga, Illinois, and who do you have in winning that tournament?
Winning the tournament. Down goes Gonzaga. Illinois wins.
Okay, I'm gonna take Michigan because I cheer for 3 teams: Ole Miss, Michigan, and Duke, and I need to at least be a homeboy in some respect, especially since we live so close to Michigan. I think that would be cool.
What's your score?
What's my score?
Yep.
Oh God, I haven't watched enough college basketball. I'm gonna say, oh, it's a final though, so it's always higher scoring in a final, isn't it? I'm gonna say 71 to 63.
Okay, I got 73-67.
Okay, so pretty similar. I think it's gonna be a slightly lower scoring, but well, that's fun. That's gonna be a lot of editing, but I'm excited to get into it. I would like to thank Gat for coming on today. You're always welcome to come back, and Gat's been a friend for a long time, so there you go.